There you are, Ghoulies. Here we are once again. I'm Mario Ellis back in the castle, and you have the ultimate experience of War of the Monsters, or AKA Gamera versus Gyaos. There's just nothing, you will believe that a turtle can fly.
I love Gamera. I really do.
Yeah, he's got a soft spot, doesn't he? Gamera's a lot like people from Kenosha. He's got a real hard shell, but he's got a big heart underneath it.
That's very true.
The ancients used to say that the island of Japan rested on the back of a giant turtle.
Oh, wow, that makes sense then for their ideology.
There you go, right?
Up and about.
And this is really a fun one. The arch nemesis Gyaos, who served terror and served to be Gamera's enemy through several films, basically made his debut in this one. And Gamera saves the boy. You've got the child in the Gamera movie rooting for the monster. And this is something the Godzilla folks would have to adopt. Gamera's not the same movie company as Godzilla. That's why you've never seen those two in a movie together. Now, instead of this King Kong nonsense, I think what the audience wants to see is Godzilla versus Gamera in 2020.
Oh, yeah. I think that would be a great one.
I don't know why they're not even thinking like I think. That would just be so huge for the fans. Two of the greatest there, and they could ultimately team up on some bigger creature or something. But yes, Gamera was. They were not happy about him popping up, and so they had to adopt a little bit of different things. And of course, Godzilla was becoming more popular with children, and so was Gamera, orientated on that. So that's why you see the movies a little more geared towards children, considering the original Godzilla movie was a hardcore nuclear protest film. And if you've ever seen the Japanese version, Godzilla is way more of a bad guy. And there's none of that Raymond Burr messing with his pants in a helicopter.
I do believe it.
Yeah, you look for that scene if you're watching the Raymond Burr. What's going on there? Yeah, the movie his clips were shot probably pretty fast and then injected. But on the other hand, for American audience in 1954 with World War II, maybe 8 or 9 years in its past, a lot of our guys were over there fighting the Japanese, so they needed a Raymond Burr, an American guy in a Japanese movie to...
Yeah.
Until they just went for total drive-in B-rate. They didn't try as much. Nick Adams was in some of those movies, too, as well, so... Interesting stuff. But that's how we got Gamera, first Gamera movie. We just... Right away he just starts destroying everything right away, but now they start to try to make him into the hero, and this is one of those movies where he does become the hero. At least for the little kids that he saves,
Oh, absolutely.
Doesn't matter if he destroyed 30,000 homes, he saved one child. Great fun. You really should see a dentist, though. Anyway, Ghoulies, get right into it now. War of the Monsters, a.k.a. Gamera versus Gyaos.
Ships at sea. Violent eruption of submerged volcano. Latitude 31 degrees north. Longitude 140 degrees east. All vessels and planes in the vicinity are warned to take every precaution against tidal waves and aerial turbulence. Another volcano eruption has just been reported from Miyake Island. All inhabitants are to be evacuated immediately.
Data, please. Data for the press. Doctor?
Ready. Sorry I'm late, gentlemen.
Oh, Dr. Quo. The earthquake must have been quite intense according to the seismograph.
Intense, yes. Force 5. The disturbance is at Miyake Island, Myojin Reef, which means that the Fuji volcanic range has become active.
Disturbances from south to north, Doctor? That suggests other volcanoes may erupt?
That is an exercise in logic.
You mean Fujiyama? hope nothing happens. What's that?
Aichi! Gamera! Aichi! It's time for you to come home! But it's Gamera!
The eruption of Fujiyama has already attracted Gamera, who is inevitably drawn by any source of heat such as molten lava. A research unit is now leaving on a reconnaissance mission to determine what has happened to the monster. Is Gamera storing heat energy released by volcanic action, or is he already cremated? All the nations in the Eastern world are waiting for the answers to these questions. As soon as the research party returns, we'll bring you the story.
I'm still trying.
Don't forget, the whole country is watching the progress of the Expressway Engineering Corporation. We issued bonds stating that this year the expressway would go into service. And regardless of the cost to us, we must honor our pledge to the nation. Look at the map, Iko.
We've almost linked up the two sections of the highway, except here, where a small group of villagers refuse to let our workers through.
We have just been informed that the road construction in this area is actually halted.
Hello, Tsutsumi. Will you please hold on? Osido, I have Tsutsumi, the road superintendent, on the wire.
Tsutsumi, do I have to remind you that it's your responsibility to clear out those landowners so that you can get on with the job?
Don't you agree it's dangerous to resume work here in the mountains before we've at least heard the research party's report?
Now see here. Neither Fujiyama's eruption nor Gamera is any reason to delay the work on the road. So quit looking for excuses and get rid of those landowners or you're out of a job.
Dojo.
What's up, boss, huh?
We work, that's what's up.
Oh, so...
With volcanoes erupting all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Take our gear on up to the road camp. I'll follow later.
Okay. Okay.
I wonder what the scientists found out.
Sir, did they find any wreckage? Nothing was found. What precautions are being taken? No comment. What is being done?
What about the
Is
green
it
light?
true, sir, that not a single body was found?
Right. All we can say now is that the eruption had nothing to do with it. And probably not Gamera either.
It wasn't Gamera?
Of course not. Gamera doesn't send out rays.
What?
Sorry, there'll be no further comment till the zoologists make the report.
Who can wait?
Let's get to the office. Hurry up.
Who put those signs? They weren't here the last time we came.
It's those peasants.
You get over here!
What is it? Boss. They want to kill us.
Don't get excited. We can settle this immediately if I can talk to the honorable elder of your village.
We don't
Stop it! Stop it, all of you! What's the matter with you? Shame on you!
I want to see the headman of your village.
You can't see him today, some other time.
It's important, I tell you.
No, wait,
Good afternoon.
Hey! Hey!
Will you please go away? You're in danger here! Stop it!
They're beginning to work.
If it wasn't for us, they would start the road building once more.
Let us wreck the workers' barracks. It's the only thing to do.
He's right on that one.
Go and do it right away.
Go.
Right away.
The longer that we can hold out, the more we can get for our land. The last chance for us poor folks to get rich and live like samurai. Isn't that right? Well, isn't it?
Yes, but leave the tactics to me.
Ah, you did the shopping.
Yes, Grandmother. An expressway going through this mountain would mean progress for our village and more money for all of us, wouldn't it?
Yes, although selling the land of our honorable ancestors is not that simple.
Why not? Is H.E. in there?
No, I don't know where he went.
I got that sea story he asked for.
All right, men, unload. Give a hand.
Those villagers are a greedy lot. Be a lot easier for us if they agreed to sell.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you? Hurry up. Here we are.
What? Looks like a hurricane went through it.
Ah, hurricane. Looks like an earthquake. We haven't been back since we surveyed this part.
Deliberate sabotage.
Yes.
The villagers are at the bottom of this. No question about it. Well, we can expect this to continue until we reach an agreement. Anyway, the expressway must be built no matter what happens. Get to work.
All right, okay, come on, let's get it.
Hey, what's that? Hey, boss, look at that. What's that green light? It was never there before.
anything?
Huh? Smell what?
I've heard it said that a gold ore vein occasionally gives off a strong smell.
Yes, I recall having heard the same thing.
Do you really think there's gold there, boss?
Yes, there could be.
Oh, now I understand why those villagers won't let anyone go near the mountain.
Oh, yeah, so that's...
No reason to turn back, men. The expressway is going to go through anyway, so I guess we'd better check up on it.
Quito, take over here.
Yes, sir.
Go, hey, come on.
A green light. Hey. That was naughty. You know that.
Wasn't naughty. Just careful. Only people that are against the expressway ever come here.
Don't worry. Hiking's all that interests me. Do you know, is there a shortcut to the other side?
Mount Futugo? You're lying. You're a reporter, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'd be disloyal to our villagers if I decided to help you out.
I see. What a waste. If I could just get a few pictures of that weird green light shining out of that cave, I tell you, it'd be the scoop of the year.
Scoop? As important as that?
If Gamera's over there, it's a great story.
Gamera!
Do many big trees fall like this?
I don't know.
Look, boy, in the woods. You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Let's get closer. Does it always shine like that?
It's the first time I've seen it.
There's something there. No, don't do that. Wait, boy. Wait. You ever been in there?
No, but as long as we're here, we might as well explore it.
Is it safe? Careful.
That's funny. There's a wind blowing through here. That means there's another opening.
Who's there?
It's an earthquake!
I'm scared, mister! I'm scared! Help!
You hear that? Sound like voice yelling.
No, But if you... Wait a second. You hear yelling?
No. Come on.
You're crazy. Don't come if you're afraid.
Afraid? Who? Me? Afraid?
It'll kill that poor child.
You know who that is, boss? The headman's grandson.
Commander's got the boy on his back. You men wait here.
Gamera, this is fun.
Honorable one, there's serious trouble. Get off our land. We want no part of you. It has nothing to do with the road. H is on Gamera's back.
H!
Oh, come with us. We'll follow him.
Kiko! There's a boy on Gamera's back.
Oh, how can we save him?
H-E!
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 Don't move! It's dangerous! Quick! Start the Ferris wheel! Stay right there. Stop! Stop!
Right!
Gamera, I can't reach! Give me your hand. Get us back on the ground! Here you are! You're safe! Take the boy! No! He's taking off again!
Goodbye, Gamera!
H-E, you're not hurt.
No, Gamera saved me, and he gave me a ride. Gal sent out a green ray. He was really angry, and it hit Gamera's hand, and it was just like a knife. It almost cut his hand right off.
You referred to the new monster as Gauss, did you not?
I named it that 'cause that's the kind of noise it makes.
Logical. As a zoologist, how would you classify it?
It's a bird.
A bird or a reptile?
Nothing like this was ever seen by human eyes. Surely this monster dates back to the dawn of time.
Will you explain the rays Gauss sends out, which have a potential of energy greater than anything we know?
We have gathered data on that. Ready? This machine generates sound waves. But because they are supersonic waves of 20,000 cycles, the range is outside the range of the human ear. This sound is used to replace the surgeon's scalpel. The supersonic waves emanate from an oscillator, which you might call a tuning fork, and are concentrated on a metal plate. The supersonic rays, when scattered, are harmless. Yet when they are in focus on one point, they are immensely destructive. The power is quite beyond imagination. These supersonic rays are about 9 million cycles. The inference is obvious. We can only assume that the rays sent out by Gauss must be supersonic waves. The question is, how does Gauss produce supersonics? Slide. The answer is a hypothesis based on deduction. Gauss must have a divided spine. Naturally, the monster would also have a forked throat that produces supersonic waves. These waves have a magnitude which certainly exceeds 10 million cycles.
So, Gauss actually has 2 throats then?
Also 2 spines.
Doesn't that suggest the monster can't turn its head? Certainly, it never did turn it, all the while that we were observing him.
Then his back is his blind angle. Then if we were to attack him from the rear, we should be completely out of range of his death ray.
Dr. Alki, what makes that green light, you know?
The sign of anger or hunger. Many fish do the same thing. When stimulated by certain emotions, they produce visible light.
If, as you say, this horrible creature dates back to the beginning of time, what could have caused it suddenly to put in an appearance now?
Simple. The chain reactions caused by the enormous release of energy when the volcanic range erupted probably woke Gauss from his long sleep. One thing more. Regardless of the sacrifice, Gauss must be destroyed. I shudder to think what would happen if it decided to attack a large city. Colonel, you won't disappoint us.
No, sir. Adjutant,
At your order, sir.
execute Operation Green.
Yes, sir. Launch aircraft. Hello, airbase. Hello, airbase. Begin executing Operation Green immediately. Confirm. There's a light on Mount Futago.
They're bombing Gauss?
That's right, boy.
Adjutant, halt the attack.
Yes, sir.
Utterly pointless massacre. We'll wait till Gauss comes out of the cave, then hit him from behind.
Too bad that Gamera isn't here. I guess he's gone to cure his hand, where he lives at the bottom of the ocean. Gamera! Hurry and get well again! Gamera! 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 Hurry up and get well! Grandfather!
In here, H.E. Here we are.
What's happening?
Gauss! Gauss is coming out.
I'm scared.
What will happen? I mean, if Gauss does come out.
Quiet.
I'll go and see.
Ichi!
No, Ichi. Go to bed now.
I'm not afraid.
But I am. If only Gamera were here when we need him.
Some cattle farm. Without a single cow.
Might as well go. Can't buy any milk here.
Put him to bed. Let me go! Tie him down. Let me go! Don't let him get away. He's accusing us. What of? We never did nothing to him.
I guess he just couldn't stand the pressure.
What are you doing here? We are only trying to buy something to eat. But nobody will sell us anything, and we are starving. Would you at least sell us some milk?
What milk? Every single one of my cows ran away.
That is not our fault. You can blame Gauss.
You road workers are to blame. Look, Uncle Sato went out to try to get the cows back here. But he didn't succeed, and now he's crazy in the head. He believes the road gang is to blame.
That's nonsense.
You brought bad luck to the entire country. Gauss would never have waked up if you hadn't disturbed his sleep. So you two get off my land! Right now! And don't come back!
Tito, it's not just your place. All the cattle are gone. Yes! We've got to start fighting!
I knew it! Time to act! Call all the landowners together! Let's go. Who needs milk?
Ichi, go and get washed.
Hey, be careful.
Oh, Ichi, I've told you 100 times. Not so loud or your grandfather will scold you. They've already been in there 3 hours now. All that talk and they never make a decision.
Don't criticize.
All right.
It's unwise to sell the land now.
Yes.
They say when animals run away, we have got to expect imminent disaster.
Maybe it's better to sell the land and take the cash and clear out.
In all the years of my life, I've never known anything like this to happen before. We all know that if we want to sell our land immediately, we can't get a good price for it. Only I'm so scared of Gauss.
Me too. I can't sleep at night because I'm afraid that monster is going to come out.
You must not be timid. If you show you are afraid, the road company will cut the price way down. You want to hold out for top money, don't you? You want to know how it feels to be rich and live like gentlemen?
Well, yes, we do, don't we?
And put aside your fears. I'll be responsible and you can trust me.
Gauss is causing vast damage, but so far no effective method has been found for attacking the monster. This has become a matter of life and death for Japan, and perhaps for the whole world. The entire population is praying for an early solution to this desperate problem.
Howdy, boss. You're all leaving? Well, the work on the road is stopped. I guess we're all afraid of Gauss. He could come after us next.
We'd like to stay, but since there's no work...
When the trouble's over, you'll work again.
Kindly rehire us when that time comes.
I will.
Let's get started.
Take care of yourselves, boys, and give our love to the folks back home.
Don't take any wooden yen.
How long are you planning to stick around here now?
I'm still in charge here. Until I get orders to leave, I'll stay, even alone. Of course, you two are free to go.
We can't leave you here.
You think we're scared of that monster Gauss or any old monster?
No, boss. We're not scared of that Gauss or any old monster.
Ain't she?
You scared us both to death almost.
Scared? There's nothing to be scared about.
Oh, there's nothing. You're forgetting about Gauss. He might come out any minute.
You needn't worry. He never comes out of his cave in the daytime.
What? Are you quite sure of that?
Hmm? I write down all about Gauss. He never comes out except at nighttime.
Truly?
Mm-hmm.
At night. Certainly a nocturnal animal, and therefore hides during the day, appears at night.
That would explain why we never did see him while we were making that daylight jet attack.
That means we only have to be careful at nighttime. Isn't that right? Colonel, are there big flares that can light up the countryside as bright as daytime?
There is the AGIL anti-guerrilla flare. It's true that it's still under development, but I'll be glad to test it now, if you gentlemen advise it.
I definitely think that it is worth trying. We should also warn the entire population to turn on all their lights.
There. Hey, you. Why don't you go inside if you're afraid?
Look who's talking. You got the shakes the same as I do.
I'm only shivering because it's cold tonight.
I didn't even notice it cold.
Relax, boys. That's only a big flare to keep Gauss away. 6 million candle power, which is about 4 times stronger than the full moon.
We were only kidding. We knew it was a flare.
Gauss can't come out now.
We can't be too sure of that.
We gotta keep watch all night.
That's right. We're nearer to it than anyone else. So we'll have to signal in case Gauss comes out.
Yes, sir.
Here, catch. A sleeping bag and a radio.
I'll take the first watch, boss. You turn in.
Thanks, Freddy. Keep the fire going.
Don't worry. Hit the hay.
Not scared to stay alone?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Let go. You. See? The monster can't go out in the light. Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Come on. Get out.
Boss, where are you? Gauss is coming!
Outside, quick.
What?
Open fire! All batteries open fire! moving southward. Alert all cities in central Japan. Evacuate inhabitants immediately. Repeat, this is an emergency.
Attention, citizens of Nagoya. Gauss hates light. Turn on all the illumination you have available. Repeating, Gauss hates light. The Junise Baseball Park has been opened to the public. Gather here under the floodlights.
After causing widespread destruction and an undetermined number of deaths, Gauss soared back into the sky and disappeared.
Where could it have gone? We've got to get a picture.
Who wants to get as close as that?
One shot will be worth a fortune.
Let's turn back. He must be miles away.
Let's go! Slow down! Get the shot! Get the shot, stupid! Hey! Hey! Oh. Stop! Stop the car! Stop! Oh. Come here, idiot! Hurry! Hayaku! Oh, there it is! Keep shooting! Shoot! Look! Camaro!
Yellow grape? Looks poisonous.
Look, its head is turning bright red.
Fighting, I wouldn't have believed it.
So, what are we supposed to be looking for?
I don't know. All they said was to search the waterfront.
Look, what's that?
Those are ghosts!
There they are, down there.
Floating in the water!
There, you see?
All right, I see them.
They've gotten smaller.
They were much bigger, huh?
Yeah.
You kidding?
This is no joking matter. I'm warning you.
I swear it, they were twice as big before.
You're mad.
It's true, officer.
I don't know what happened, but when I first saw them, they were 3 times this size.
It's hard to believe.
We'll run a full analytical test. We might learn something which could be useful in coping with this monster.
It's worth a try. Positive. You too. Saline.
Any success yet?
It's a daring theory, Dr. Aoki. Let's see if it works. The ultraviolet ray test.
Yes, doctor.
What's that for? Cellular response?
I don't want to predict the result of exposure. Yet ultraviolet, I think, is the only likely way of stopping this new monster. We are ready to begin the experiment. Switch.
Yes.
drinking. Turn it off. Ultraviolet literally reduces the mass of its flesh.
I see. And then if Gauss were exposed too long to the sun, it would probably die.
It would die.
The moment the sun came up, his head turned red, and he seemed to be, well, quite ill.
I see. A sort of danger signal.
The obvious conclusion seems to be that our only hope of destroying Gauss is to expose it to the sun.
Yes. But how do we do it? Its survival instinct won't let it come out in the daylight.
If we could construct portable ultraviolet projectors, we could attack and destroy it.
I'm afraid not. Theoretically, your idea is sound enough, but in practice it wouldn't work. The projector simply wouldn't be large enough to be effective. And by the same token, if they were large enough, they wouldn't be portable. Meaning the only way is to lure it out at night, somehow immobilize it, and wait for sunrise. Let us consider all suggestions, even the wildest, for accomplishing this.
It seems insoluble.
Gentlemen.
H.E. Say! Gamera beat Gauss, didn't he? Did you see it? How did he do it? Tell me what you saw.
H.E., this is an important meeting. We don't belong here. Honorable gentlemen, accept our humble apologies.
This is the boy that rode on Gamera's back. They are friends. Gamera saved you from Gauss, right? Take down everything he can tell you.
Yes, sir.
We humbly thank you.
Let's go.
Didn't you get dizzy flying around on his back, H.E.?
Oh, no. He flew straight all the time without making any spins, like he usually does.
No spins. That might just work. The way to immobilize Gauss is to make him so dizzy he can't move.
Dizzy?
Yes. The fluid in the Eustachian tube, or the inner ear, governs our equilibrium. If we spin around, we lose our balance. We become so dizzy we're unable to coordinate. We will lure Gauss onto a round pedestal and whirl him till he's too dizzy to move. The problem is the pedestal.
Can we build a pedestal that will be big enough?
We don't have time to build one.
There's one right up there. Look.
Headquarters, this is Transformer Substation. All generators are hooked in on the line. The rating is now increased to 2.5 times normal. Right? Very well. Substation standing by. Here we go.
All set?
Gauss stands 210 feet high and weighs 25 tons.
Torque motor hooked up.
Very well. Call that into the substation.
Sobi, how in the world do you ever intend to lure Gauss here?
That's the big surprise. Hello? This is merry-go-round. The pedestal's fully reinforced.
Acknowledged. Paco. Sir. No report from the medical lab? Nothing yet, sir.
Anything yet?
A little progress. Check. Look. Your side so positive? So far.
All right, we're enjoying this one, and one of the things that both Toho and the Gamera films did, they reinvented themselves in the 80s and 90s, and of course there's 3 Gamera movies from the 90s, which concludes with 1999's Gamera versus Iris, And if you haven't seen that, there's a collection available. If you haven't seen those 90s, they really brought the special effects up and made it really awesome. I think Gamera 3, the Revenge of Iris, is probably might be the best giant monster movie ever made.
Ooh, I'll have to watch that one. That one I don't think I've seen yet.
There is a lot of things going on in that, and it's amazing how these characters survive. Just like all the classic horror monsters, I don't know if they really knew, Gamera was still going to be talked about in 2019, or Godzilla for that matter. I didn't even think about it when I was a young kid watching this stuff. I had no idea that this was still going to be a thing when I was an adult.
It's a very big thing, though.
Still is
which is fantastic. We just keep building on top of it.
But of course, Gamera always sort of had these abstract-looking monsters. They're almost cubist in design.
Yeah, they're a lot.
They're very strange, and of course, Gamera really takes a lot more of a beating. You just see that thing and almost cut his hand off.
It made me worry.
I know. I'm worried too.
He's protecting the kid. He's got to save him.
No, he's taking a beating. I don't know if he's going to make it. This is drama.
He's got to make it, though. It's keeping me on the edge of my seat.
It is, because you're rooting for Gamera. You are. The other creature's so hideous and mean. He almost ate that poor child.
I'm sorry, but children aren't very appetizing. I mean, their blood's appetizing to me, but apart from that, I don't know. I'm not really into it. But I do appreciate how much Gamera fights off the monster for the children.
That's right. He's a good turtle. Where do you get a concept like this? We're going to have a giant turtle. Okay, that makes sense, but maybe a fire-breathing turtle. But a turtle that can spin in the air and fly like a flying saucer, that's amazing. Only a Japanese monster movie could do those things.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, and incorporate all the different bits and pieces that they do and make it work so well.
I know there was talk of the original Gamera the first time that they blow the Gamera on his back and they think they got him, and that's the first time they see him spin and fly.
Yep.
And I guess the special effect, the way it was done, was the turtle was on its back with the fire coming out of its armholes and head hole. I don't know how to put this in proper words.
Yeah.
But the actual turtle upside down with the fire was still, and the camera spun around the turtle to make it look like the turtle was spinning.
That's how they did it.
Well, these Japanese movie companies, see, they're already in the business of making World War II films with all the miniatures and those big tanks of waters to look like ocean and doing the miniature thing. So when the World War II ended, the company just put in the monster and used the same special effects. They were real good at that. They got every dime out of every piece of thread that they used in every movie. They definitely knew what they were doing. They didn't have the money for stop motion animation.
No, but
and in some ways, the suit motion works better than stop motion animation.
I agree.
There you go. Let's get right back into it now. That's right. Gamera versus Gyaos, a.k.a. War of the Giant Monsters. And there's a lot of big fun to come.
I'm looking forward to it.
Boss, the shell's locked into position.
Check the gauges.
Sure. Hey, boss, what's that?
Why, a special kind of bird bat. You see, Gyaos eats people, so the strategy is to lure him out by something that smells and tastes like human blood. No one's been able to make synthetic blood yet, but this stuff has the same taste and smell.
You think it'll bring him here?
According to the scientists, it should. Now get back to work.
Sure.
Observation post standing by. Very well. Observation post standing by. Ready to move, headquarters.
Execute! Boss, we got visitors.
Thanks. Mr. Tsutsumi.
Can I have a word with you?
All right, what is it?
The villagers no longer oppose the road. We decided. We're ready to sell at your price, sir. All right?
Well, now that the work has stopped, the road may not go through your land.
You can
Please,
persuade the
help us to
company
get
to
the
buy our
contract.
property.
Now, wait a moment. My hands are tied. It's up to the company.
Thank you.
Boss.
Come on, Kuma.
Yes.
You can't fool me. I know what you've been up to. How many times do I have to tell you that if you show weakness now, you're going to lose everything? Can't you get that through your thick heads?
If we're not able to sell now, we never will.
He said they may change the course of the road.
I'll carry on the negotiations. Don't try to do anything independently.
Look out!
Check the primary circuit.
Any word from Dr. Aoki?
No, sir, the lab hasn't reported yet.
Not yet. We are running out of time.
Dr. Aoki!
Please look at this. Yes, you succeeded. It's exactly the same as human blood. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, the wind is south-southwest. Velocity 10 miles. The forecast predicts good weather tomorrow.
Colonel, as you see, the meteorological conditions are perfect.
It must happen tonight.
We're ready. Alert all military units.
Yes, sir.
Substation to command post. Awaiting instructions.
Command post to substation. Switch over to remote control. Switch over to remote control. All personnel take shelter immediately. Hello, command post. Substation setting emergency condition red. End of transmission.
All right, then.
Command post to pedestal. Evacuate all hands and withdraw to the bunker.
Come on, hurry up, will you?
Acknowledged. All circuits plugged in and functioning, sir.
Good. 1 more hour till dawn.
Gauss, apparently coming out. The green light is showing. Operation Merry-Go-Round has started. Stand by. Stand by.
What's he waiting for, Captain? The smell of blood will lure it here.
All right, sir. Go, go!
Raise the level of the liquid.
Raise level in reservoir. Pressure is too low.
Contact!
Now, raise the voltage.
Yes, sir.
Increase rate of rotation.
Can the motor stand the strain?
They are supposed to have a life of 2 hours.
Full speed, Colonel.
Hold it there.
How long before sunrise?
In 3 minutes.
What's the trouble?
Voltage drop.
Now what?
Circuit breaker stripped.
How long to sunrise? A few more seconds. Oh, it's coming now. See?
The top of his head is red. He's obviously weakening.
Colonel! The power is dropping.
Unless the substation holds out. Doesn't hold out. Our last hope is gone.
The power has dropped below the critical level.
What's wrong?
It's overloaded. The substation's burning.
Oh, no.
Gauss has won. Science's last strategy for destroying the monster has been a total failure. Against a terrible creature like Gauss, our nation is helpless. We must all try to avoid panic, though our last hope has faded.
If only Gamera was here.
Animal One! Where are you? Come out!
What is it?
We'll never sell our land because of you.
If we hadn't listened to you and had sold the land right away, we'd be rich now.
You gave us bad advice.
Now, wait a minute. What's all this about? What's all the excitement?
You know! Toku went through the expressway engineering offices. They're changing the course of the road.
Oh, that's incredible. Why would they do that? A change like that would cost them a fortune.
They said you're trying to gouge them. We should have our heads examined for listening to you. You're responsible for that. So get the money for us.
Now, be reasonable, please.
Get out of it on at once. Horses. My men. Cows. Who's going to pay? I've lost everything I own. It's your fault.
Get out! Get out! Get out, all of you! Leave my grandfather alone!
Up!
You bad, greedy men! Don't be mean to my grandfather! I hate you!
You mustn't talk like this to your elders.
Dirty, bad, greedy men! Hurting my grandfather!
me, I know how you feel, and I'm so sorry for you. But I know that Grandfather thought he was acting for your own good. He was only trying to help you all. Think a little. Don't be too harsh. He didn't mean to make you lose anything. Please forgive him.
But, Miss Toku.
No. Let it go. Come on, everybody.
Leave me.
What are you drawing? Ah, Gamera.
He put that bad old Gauss out of the way in a hurry. He can't stand Gamera's flames, that dirty Gauss. If Gamera was here, those men couldn't be mean to Grandfather anymore.
How could we call Gamera?
We could make a forest fire.
But why?
You'd see. Gauss hates fire. And you know Gamera loves it. He'd go right to it. He'd go on getting stronger while Gauss got weaker and Gamera could win easily.
But you can't burn what's not on your land, can you?
Oh, that's all right, sister. Set the mountain on fire and no one can say anything.
Start a forest fire?
Yes.
But Gauss's vapor might put out the fire.
In that case, we'd just go right on setting new fires till Gauss dies in the flames.
Yes, but it would be a loss of hundreds of millions of yen in forest land.
Don't think about money. You may not agree, but I think the gods sent Gauss to chastise our people. There's only one thing left to do, to clean our souls of sin, no matter how great the cost may be. Only through sacrifice can we hope for the forgiveness of the gods.
Thank you. Great idea.
Thank you, but it's really my grandson's idea. He firmly believes Gamera will come. If only we can start a big enough forest fire.
I think he may be right.
It's certainly worth a try. Maybe it's the only hope we have. Making it doubly imperative we do not fail.
Excuse me, sir. We'd like to volunteer to pave the way.
Kohiro, we've prepared the slopes on the south side of the mountain. Sir, fire crew's ready.
30 minutes before sunrise. Start the fires!
Sir!
What an incredible power! It snuffs out the flames.
Rock! Continue the fire attacks!
or that old monster's ray will get you.
We're all through. His head is turning red.
Good, Gamera!
monster Gauss.
Well, I guess you're happy. Now that you can resume work on the expressway.
Yes, we begin tomorrow.
Honorable one.
They are starting work again on the expressway tomorrow.
Are they changing the course?
No, those were just idle rumors.
We thank you.
Honorable sir, we thank you.
We owe it all to Echi.
Gamera, thank you! Sayonara! Sayonara!
Hope you enjoyed tonight's horrifying melodrama, science fiction thriller as much as I did.
I loved it.
Yep.
The little boy was saved.
Everybody's saved. Gamera saved everybody.
He does.
How about that? That naughty Gauss. Kind of worked hand in hand, you know, and it's always good when the top scientists of a country are getting advice from a 10-year-old. Hey, it worked out, though, didn't
Say
it?
whatever works.
That's right, but some fine special effects, and what a disaster this would really be if it happened in real life.
Oh my goodness, if it is.
Again, that is really seen to its peak in that Gamera 3 I told you about. 1999, Gamera versus Iris. And he's just a force of nature. If he's trying to fight that bird and you get in the way, you're done. And there's some great special effects in that one and a great mythology behind these creatures. There is a modern Japanese mythology working here.
Oh, I agree. We'll definitely have to take a look at that one soon.
Well, they've always had the dragons in their culture to begin with, but so that to me it seems like they own that. I don't think Americans should be making Godzilla movies. That's something inappropriate to me about that. Of course, I got to stay off them sites on Godzilla groups and whatnot because I get vocal.
Oh, I'm
and you
sure.
can't be vocal on Facebook. Then you're a bully.
Yeah, I'll put you in jail.
I might be in jail already as we speak.
What are we gonna do with you?
Huh?
What are we gonna do with you?
Oh, well, Facebook jail. Yeah, Anybody that's been married is not afraid of Facebook jail. Tell you what prison is. The never-ending death of my living soul. Woo! But, yeah, good times here. We want to remind you, Dorian Gray Art Show fundraiser is on the 30th at the Port. And, of course, Dorian Gray Art Show, April 6th at Bendelli's City Zoo, right here in Kenosha. And we're looking for artists and models and fun and all sorts of things. And should have special announcements about videos and CD releases and all that good stuff coming up. So stick with us on Crimson Theater. I'm not ready to die yet.
No, we gotta keep you updated.
All right. Have a horrifying week, ghoulies. We'll see you next time on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater. I need a drink.
Thanks for tuning in to Channel 14, Kenosha Community Television. Remember to tune into my program, Just Talkin', shown right here, Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. on Channel 14. On the program, we cover community events, talk to nonprofit organizations, and who knows, we may bump into a celebrity now and then. So remember to tune in to Just Talkin' Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. right here on Channel 14.
On one college campus, 5 students converge on one class.
Oh, this was a class on Poe, not some sort of psych class.
I figured since it's the weekend, we could get started right away.
I'm saying this guy's an ass clown.
Where the hell do you think I'm from?
We don't know. You won't tell us. Focus, people.
So he buried an axe in her skull. He then does what any sane gentleman would do. Walls her up in the basement. You got something to say, Midnight? On that note, go.
People get away with things all the time, right?
Quiet!
It seems that Dr. Lynch has taken an unexpected and indefinite leave of absence.
Reginald Lynch's body was discovered in a forest on the western edge of the campus grounds.
And Sister Mary says, that's a hard one.
I dismembered the corpse and hid it within the floorboards.
Kenosha Community Media. Kenosha Community Media serving the greater Kenosha area for over 30 years. Kenosha Community Media is your TV station. You are Kenosha Community Media.
Screaming relaxes me so.
my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard